It has been way too long a time in coming to have you be at the Calgary Folk Club, Suzie Vinnick, March the 6th. Looking forward to it.
Me too, Suze.
You played lots of places in Calgary, but just never our club. And so we're glad to be able to rectify this. You come west fairly frequently.
I do. My sister is in Alberta and I'm from Saskatoon, so it's coming home kind of. My family, my folks are long gone, but I have a lot of connections and yeah, it's great. And Alberta has such a strong performance scene, so I've been really fortunate to get to come back a bunch of times and play. So kudos to all you music lovers out there, you know?
Well, and speaking of home, your most recent album, Fall Back Home, really is I don't want to say homage because that sounds really heavy, but really a reflection about where you've been from and your roots. It's been
Yeah.
doing really, really well.
Yeah, it's good. It's been carrying me for a little while these past few years, and it was kind of a COVID project that I did an album back in 2002 called 33 Stars that was recorded at a period of a bunch of loss. Like it's like five people in my life passed: my mom and dad, my grandma, a friend, and a marriage ended. So and out of that sadness and those challenges came my album 33 Stars. And when COVID hit in 2020, I started, I don't know, I kind of thought I need to do a new record and I'd like to do a new record. And so I thought this is really a challenging time, all the isolation and loss again. And I thought, well, maybe I can figure something out. So kind of reflecting on my roots back in the prairies and the cover photo is actually a photo just up the road from me here. I live in an old 1880s brick church and there's a cemetery just a kilometer up. And so I was out for a walk one day and the storm clouds were out and kind of an angry sky and snapped a shot and it ended up being the cover. So it's like corn but it's and then, of course, I'm of Ukrainian heritage. There were a few things that were working together too, because it's got the Ukrainian flag sort of motif. By accident, didn't really plan that, but my friend Linda kind of pointed it out. So yeah,
Nice.
so it's
Nice.
going back to roots, I guess.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you've been on the scene for some time, like 91-ish is when you began your career, which is like, sorry to be the one to tell you, but it's like coming up 35 years.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I moved. I played music in Saskatoon, my hometown, and worked at the Auto Tech gas station, and and I met Tony D, who's a wonderful blues musician from Ottawa, and we both got hired to do a gig with Back Alley John. I don't know if you ever crossed paths with Back Alley in Calgary, but I met Back Alley, and he hired me to play some bass with him on a few shows when he came to Saskatoon. And then the particular couple of shows, he hired Tony and hired me. Tony was living in Saskatoon briefly because he'd fallen in love and was dating this woman. And he's so cute because he's like, John, you just hired this female bass player and you haven't really even heard her. And John's like, whatever. And then Tony and I got on great and we had a blast. So yeah, he's like my big part. He and the gal ended up splitting up. He moved back to Ottawa and we kept in touch and he said, hey, you want to come to Ottawa for the summer? And then that kind of opened it all up. I moved to Ottawa, was there 7 years, and then Toronto for almost 15, and I've been out in Niagara now for 13 years. Wow, that's a lot.
And,
Anyway,
and amazing because you're only like in your late 20s.
that's right.
How
30s.
does how does this happen? How does this happen? Well, it's Maple Blues Awards, wow, like 12 of those, including 7 times for Best Female Vocalist. Yes, like I just get shivers when I say that because your voice has over the years, like it was always powerhouse, always dynamic, always fantastic and right on. But there's a depth that's really coming as you move through all of those times of change. Yeah, and that's really,
Yeah.
really evident on the fall back home.
Yeah. I guess it's a fun thing for me that I love all these different styles of music. I guess it's confusing because you can't pigeonhole me in a particular place. When you do an album like that, that's a bit more eclectic. But it's sure nice to just kind of go where my voice wants to take me, to rock it out or have something that's a little more gentle. So,
And
yeah.
two times the Canadian Folk Music Award contemporary singer. And again, in a career span like that, one of them was in 2024, one of them in 2011. Like it's the consistency that is Suzie Vinnick. I'm super excited to share with our audiences on March the 6th, solo performance. Although you do lots and lots of collaborations, we're excited to have you come solo and have the club really witness why all of these awards have come your way. So March the 6th. Calgary Folk Club, Suzie Vinnick with Von Baker opening, and you get your
Yeah.
tickets at calgaryfolkclub.com for the live performance or the online, so your fans around the world can tune in at
Yeah.
the comfort of their own homes at whatever time works for them.
Awesome. Looking forward to it, Suze. Thanks so much.
All right, take care.
You too.